Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. So we've taken off and just about landed our Messerschmitt. Next we're going to do some shooting guns and bombing with bombs. So first of all, start while we're on the ground, should we get our fusing and our safeties and stuff sorted so I don't have to do it in the air. So where's Master Arm? Is that the one at the top left?
Yes.
Roger, Master Arm done. I'm also going to unflip my safety on the top of the joystick. There we go, that's that flipped. So that's us ready to fire that. Now let's look at the fusing for the bombs. What have we got here?
One thing we might want to do first, and that's we need the circuit breaker, which is the B-101 circuit breaker. It's in the front panel. It says Abwurfwaffen, Gondeln, Bildgeräte, Aufklärer.
Klar.
So the bottom one that's probably still sticking out for you.
Yeah, got it. Sorry, that one. Yep, that's okay, so that was that one there we need to push in. What about all this stuff for bombs in the groin panel? Explain this.
So there's two different main modes, which is dive bombing and horizontal bombing, which is Sturz and Waagerecht in German. MV stands for mit Verzögerung, which is with delay. OV is without delay, or in German, ohne Verzögerung. So what we'll probably want to do is set it to Sturz, as we'll usually bomb from a dive. It's pretty difficult to aim it otherwise. And since we don't really want to bomb ourselves, let's set it to MV Sturz.
MV, so with a delay?
MV on the left side.
Okay, Sturz, MV. Now I noticed there's some kind of like little lights on the right of this, little radiation lights. What are they?
It just tells you that the bomb's armed.
It just it doesn't tell you the bomb's armed, but there's a bomb there. If it's on ours, which is, unarmed, is also still light.
Right, next let's go and look at the commands that we'll use. To fire the machine guns, how many machine guns is there? Two?
There are two MG131 13mm machine guns in the engine cowling.
Roger, that's with that fire machine guns. Then the next is fire cannon / rockets. So we've got one cannon, I'm guessing.
Exactly, that is through the propeller axis, a 13mm cannon.
I've got bomb release here for the bombs. Okay, so those are the three commands for today's video. Right, next we're going to get airborne and go and shoot, go and bomb and shoot some stuff. Stand by. Right, Cub's taking off. Wish me all the luck of the gods of the Irish.
Are you taking up from me? Alright.
You've got no runway!
You might go into one of the radar dishes, but okay.
Or into a fucking fence.
You guys have no faith in Supercap. That's always been your problem.
80 knots? No, I don't. You're going straight into that radar.
Don't you do it! Don't you piece of crap!
Fence! Woo! Close.
By the way, if you're wondering why I had to take up the grass, it's because Star and Joker ruined the runway, so... Okay, we're up with our big heavy bomb. It handles like a dog with a big bomb on, I can tell you that.
I'm up, but the take-up was disgusting.
You've all got a small one, how do you think I feel?
I have a large one as well, goddammit.
You do have a large one.
Do you?
Right, let's meet up, guys, and then we're going to go do some bombing. So, guys, how do we aim this bomb? Tell me that.
First of all, you want to do it in a dive, obviously.
Yeah, you'll want to come in at about 2 or 2.5 kilometers at a speed of about 350 to maybe 400 kph. And ideally you'll want to keep your target to your 1 or 11 o'clock so you can actually see it. And then you'll go throttle idle and dive on it in about a 45-degree angle or so, and you'll look at it through your gun sight. You'll put the gun sight slightly ahead of the target, and as soon as the target vanishes underneath your gun sight, you drop the bomb at no less than 300 meters altitude.
Okay, Cap is heading to target. I'm at 2 clicks. I'm going to come in offset so that I can keep eyes on the target. Use my...
That's a very big offset.
It's what I need to see how to see it.
There was actually some pretty well-known American pilot, I forgot who it was, who after the war got to sit in a BF-109, and he commented if he had known how bad the visibility of the 109s actually was, he would have been a lot more aggressive.
Ava, okay, I'm cutting, I'm going in, guys. The speed is good. I'm going to get a little bit more angle. I'm going to get my gun sight ready. I'm diving in. Oh god, this feels so fucking unnerving. Everything about this is wrong. Heading in. Okay, I'm doing good though. Lining up. I'm ahead of the target and cap drop.
Missed it.
Oh, missed. It didn't go off. Why didn't it go off? The bomb.
Delay on it.
Waiting for it to explode. There it goes. Boom. Okay, I am now going to go and watch the boys, so stand by. Okay, Charlotte, when you're ready, you're going for your bomb. So it's at 2 clicks altitude. He's cutting 350 clicks per hour, going in for a 45-degree dive. Come away! Right in. Oh, waiting for the fuse. Boom! Just hit the outer ring of the stadium. Good work, Star. Waiting for Joker to come in now. Here comes the Joker. Get this right in the middle. We've both gone long. We've both gone long. Degree dive, and he's in. It's going to line up. It's going to go long. It's going to go long. Come away! Wait, and boom! Yep, he hit it in the green. All right, boys. Next is guns. Stand by. Right, so it's time to play for our guns now. So we've got the 13mm two machine guns on trigger 1. The 30mm cannon on trigger 2. To use to aim them, we're aiming up here on a gun sight, so you need to use your track IR, stretch up here, use the gun sight, and let's go and find some targets to kill. So I'm guessing this is just a holographic sight. There's no INS in it, or there's no radar?
No, there's no fire, no nothing. It's fixed.
Roger.
One thing to note: the outer circle is roughly the size of a fighter plane at 100 meters. So if you want to judge the distance to an aircraft, as long as you roughly know how large it is, you can do that.
Roger.
Other than that, you just have your standard mil dots in there, and that's about it.
Gap missed going around.
We actually wanted to put more advanced gun sights into this thing in the end of the war. The Quadruple that we have in the game does have one.
Roger. The cannon's not aimed. Doesn't seem to aim the same place as the machine guns.
The cannons are higher velocity probably, I think.
No, actually it's quite the opposite. The machine guns, they're basically 50 cals. The cannon is a really short-barreled MK-108 30mm cannon with a very low muzzle velocity.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
So if you want to hit planes with that, you pretty much gotta stick your gun right up their tailpipe. The Germans were very special when it came to the cannon rounds because they made extra thin shells for the rounds out of, I think, some high quality steel or something. So they could stuff a lot more explosives in there than similar cannons of other nations. So those meaningless rounds are supposed to be pretty damn devastating.
God knows how you two boys did the mission the other day, killing that SA-6. There's no way I could have hit that radar. Ever.
Killing what?
That SA-6. You came in and killed that SA-6, didn't you?
The four birds?
Oh, never mind.
The metal campaign.
I guess that was without me then.
Oh, it was trash. Yeah, it was trash and...
You're escorting some helicopters and suddenly there's two stupid little attack boats in the ocean, and they're so fast and they're so small, and unless you get a directly hit with your gun, they don't die, and then you hit the water and it just squirts up and you can't see anything, and those guns are inaccurate as fuck. They're like shotguns.
Okay, Caps decided it's impossible to kill ground targets with the 109. I don't know how Zevil does it.
Those two that we shoot now are already dead.
Oh, they're already dead?
Yeah.
Are you sure? They don't look very dead to me, Joker. They look very much
I
alive.
blew them up ages ago.
Well, some fuel trucks and stuff around here, you can just shoot those up, they're pretty big as well.
There's a little compound that's behind you with an ATC tower. There's some vehicles they can blow up.
Roger, right, I'm out of ammo now, but anyway, that shows that it is possible to use the ground, the guns against ground targets. Now we're going to go and shoot down an air target, so I'm going to get a new plane. Now we're going to shoot down Joker, so we need to get 100 meters, is that right, Stahl, you said?
We don't need to get
just use the machine guns as like a kind of like tracking, like ranging thing.
One nice thing to note about the 13mm actually, it has airburst fuses, so when you're firing the cannon you can actually see the shells go up in the background later on. That's pretty nice.
Okay, Cap's approaching way too far. Right, there are little notches on the gun sight as well. What do those notches mean anything?
It doesn't melt.
It's just like in a sniper. It's just to do ranging and wind corrections.
Basically, they just give you a certain angle of deflection is all.
Okay, I'm going to try and get him in the cockpit.
You're way too close.
Oh my god.
When you're that close, use the 13mm.
So I got him in the circle at 100 meters and then started shooting him, so it kind of worked there.
Except you won't be able to see anything now because he's leaking heavily.
That's fine. You worry about these things too much, Tal. Let's go and get the Joker again. I'm having a problem with the visibility.
I told you.
Get below me and then try and negate.
Roger.
Get below me, he doesn't dives. Help.
You don't understand how my head is positioned at this monitor at the moment.
Well, you hit him there.
I got him. Yep. Let's try again.
I'm still alive.
If you're wondering why I'm struggling so much, viewers, it's because Tracker will not let me look through his gun sight, and I'm having to do some horrendous things to look through it. Die, Joker! Why won't you just die?
You keep missing. Oh,
I got him! I only just got him! There, that's how you win a dogfight, people. Okay. I'm not going to lie, I was struggling to use the sight. Basically, my tracker doesn't allow me to look any further up than the sight than that. So I'm going to have to fix that in settings. But generally, we could use guns through the gun sight looking like that. Anything else you want to add to bombs and guns, guys? So the boys have voted and said that I'm not very good with guns. I think this is false, but okay. So they're now going to shoot me to show how the guns can be used. So I'm going to dodge. So tell me when you're ready for me to dodge, guys.
Oh.
No, it doesn't mean shoot me now. It says tell me when I'm ready to dodge.
Oh, you can dodge. That's me.
Punish.
Right. Oh, well,
Get me
you
if you
shot
can.
him as well.
Get me if you can.
Right, you ready, Cap?
Yes, that's why I'm dodging. One of you's down already.
Yeah, Stahl shot me.
Get off!
I punished you.
Get on, dogfight's on.
Don't worry, Stahl. Oh, shall I save Cap or shall I save Stahl?
You don't know which is which, so it's irrelevant.
Okay, I'll kill you both then.
Get ready to get some. I can't use my sight, so I'm done firing. Get some, yeah.
Lost Cap, what are you?
I'll beat you. I'll beat you. Oh, sweet. Nice visibility, aeroplane. Well done, Bush Messerschmitt.
Look up.
Hello.
See, Chuck, you started shooting Cap before you were allowed to shoot Cap, so you needed to be put down.
There you go, you see?
Hang on, who am I behind?
Unknown.
Who am I flying in formation with, more or less?
Cap's going to be tactical, not tell you. Oh my god. Okay, Cap's got a problem with his jet. Okay, you two fight each other. Get on. Maneuver kill question mark?
Nope. Still not.
Oh, he got him with a 30! He got him with a 30! going down, Charlie Wally?
Well, my pilot's dead, so I would certainly assume so.
Okay, guys. Actually, you're not. Look, he's taking off again. He's going up again. Oh, he's breaking up. Alright, let's go and do fuel tanks. That's all we've got to do now. Everyone, hot start on the ground. I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't like the BF-109 at all. I'm amazed people do so well with it on the Red 4 side. And Zero does so well for it, because I haven't found anything possible, basically, on it. Oh. Right. Well, yes, Charles? Redeem it? Go on.
It is actually arguably the best warbird. You know, it's just the best all-round.
Yeah.
Very fast.
I agree with that.
But that's great, but you can't take it off. You can't land it. You can't shoot it. You can't do anything with it.
Well, you get one thing, Cap. During those warbird missions, Red 4 usually gets heroes advanced. They don't have to do
Yes, yes. I
have to change that then.
I don't know how I could fly this in the mission. I don't know how I could even think about just completing a ferry.
It is hard. It is hard. It is hard.
Fuel tanks. So we've equipped with fuel tanks. Does it automatically drain the fuel tank, or do I have to press some buttons, Charles?
Yes, does it automatically.
And so all we're going to do is take off with them and jettison them, basically. So the next thing we're going to do is take off with our fuel tank, and then we're just going to show jettisoning them, and that's it. So stand by. Right, so Charles was saying before we can jettison them, we have to do our circuit breaker.
It's the V101 circuit breaker.
You mean this? Yeah, Roger, Vector 101. So that circuit breaker we need for our jettison. Anything else before we take off?
Yes, you might want to have a look between your oxygen equipment next to your right knee.
Yes.
Because you can actually now see fuel being pumped through your cockpit.
Look, that is literally the gasoline or whatever it is. How worrying is that? That's worrying. That worries, Cap. Well,
that's the external tank indicator.
I could catch that on my sleeve, and there'd be gasoline everywhere. So, right.
Also, one little thing to note: the external tanks in BF-109 are actually very informative. If you look at them in F2, it says "keine Bombe," not a bomb.
It does say it's not a bomb. It's literally not a bomb. Very good. Also, notice that the geographic closeness of the highly volatile fuel line with its tiny little thin walls and the flare gun. That also worries me a bit. But who am I to complain about Nazi design? Right, guys, let's take off and go and drop our fuel tanks on Mavis's head. Stand by. Right, Cappies, take off. And if you want to know why we take off like this, it's because the runway's been blown up by Stahl.
Lies, it was Choker.
Choker.
Lies, it was Stahl.
It's all Allied propaganda.
Shit.
Come, Cap, take off. Come on, take off, Bert. That wasn't stressful at all. Right. We're in the air. We're sucking through our fuel tank. So how do we know when our fuel tank has been used up, Stahl?
Well, with the fuel line indicator in your cockpit, as soon as there is no more fuel flowing through it, it's empty.
So literally when you see that glass tube, yeah?
Yes.
As well as a safety, kind of like a fail-safe. If you look at the fuel gauge, it's usually about 300, but a certain out 400, so anything past 300.
Roger, AFA. Right, so I can't be bothered to wait that long. Let's just pretend. Did someone crash taking off? Let's just pretend that we're out of fuel. How do we dump this fuel tank? Stahl.
There's two ways. One of them is the Bomben Notwurfgriff, which is next to the fuel crown pump at the left knee. Which is just the emergency jettison, basically.
Yes.
And the alternative should just be using the bomb drop.
Roger. We've tried the bomb drop already, so I'm going to try the other thing. And what was it called?
Bomben Notwurfabgriff, next to your fuel primer pump at your left knee.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, I'm going to try it. You ready? And pull and check. You're not lying, it did work. Okay, so that is the BF-109 documented. I hope you enjoyed that. Cap had a really hard time doing that, as you probably noticed, but otherwise all good. Anything you want to add to it, boys, before we sign off?